Put yourself in the shoes of a pensioner who has waited 25 years to collect his pension book. Were the words of Senior Minister in the Office of the President with responsibility for finance, Dr. Ashni Singh, to staffers of the National Insurance Scheme. He was at the time referring to an actual experience by a pensioner whose issue was recently resolved by the scheme. The minister made these comments in the feature address at the scheme's 52nd anniversary ceremony, which was held at the Patrick Martin Borough Sports Complex at Carifesta Avenue on Wednesday.
There are many people, when they hit age 60, their only source of financial support is their NIS pension. When you get to age 60, if you are no longer employed, for many, many people, this is their only source of income, of financial support on the basis of which they live. Imagine causing such a person, quite a few of the other people have been waiting 2 years, 3 years. How are these people supposed to live without getting their pension?
The scheme has been working to clear a significant backlog in cases, including by holding outreaches across the country, led by Dr. Singh himself.
That quality of service must be provided at all times, starting now. And my instructions to the board and to the management are that they are to have a zero tolerance attitude to discourtesy, disrespect, inefficiency. They are to have a zero tolerance attitude.
Even as he called for improvements in the quality of service, the minister also commended the National Insurance Scheme for generally providing exemplary service to the majority of its contributors and pensioners.
But for every one transaction that takes longer than it should, hundreds, if not thousands, of transactions are silently being processed and processed to the satisfaction of contributors and pensioners. To the thousands of people who get their pension reliably every month. You don't hear those stories. You have about 60,000 persons who get their pension reliably every month. You don't hear 60,000 voices saying, I received my pension on time this month.
Chair of the NIS board, Mr. Ramesh Prasad, brought the numbers.
It's amazing the kind of work that NIS does on a monthly basis. We currently pay approximately 60,000 pensioners monthly. We process approximately 10,000 short-term claims. If we were to convert that annually, that's 720,000 pension vouchers we process annually. Probably more, all right? And 120,000 short-term claims and vouchers on an annual basis. So, round of applause to all of you who toil day and night sometimes in ensuring that those numbers are achieved.
General Manager of the National Insurance Scheme, Ms. Holly Greaves, said that NIS will employ modern technologies to constantly improve and perfect the provision of its services.
What started as a modest Social Security institution on the 29th of September 1969 is currently recognized as the main Social Security provider to the people of Guyana. We have managed over the 52 years to build an institution on which many persons who live in our country and even some who reside abroad have grown to depend on for assistance. We will continue to reaffirm our commitment to provide the best service to our contributors and pensioners.
The minister also had a stern message for employers who fail to pay their employees' contributions to the National Insurance Scheme. It is a legal obligation to do so.
It's not something that is negotiable. It is not a favor. It is not an act of benevolence. It is a legal obligation. It's part of the law governing employment and the terms and conditions of employment of people in Guyana. And I'm urging all employers out there to ensure that you bring yourselves in order immediately.
NIS also handed out pension books to pensioners who waited years to receive them. During one segment of the ceremony, NIS gave service awards to employees who reached 20, 30, and 40 years of service, on recognized persons who recently retired. Reporting from Carifesta Avenue with videographer Jason Carter, I am Kimal King, DPI.